up the body, holds on for out number 3.
This is live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the Baton Rouge Regional on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The 0-2 pitch, called strike 3, struck him out.
Brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers.
Wow! Launched to left center field. See ya! Don't pitch to Dylan Cruz.
LSU Fighting Tiger baseball comes alive on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Time for the On Deck Show, leading you up to first pitch. Now, from the booth overlooking Skip Bertman Field, inside Alec Box Stadium, here are Buzzy Heidel, Doug Thompson, and the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
After sitting around for hours without resuming the first game on Saturday, we roll into Sunday here in the Baton Rouge Regional and play the first game of the winner's bracket this weekend as the number 2 seed Oregon State Beavers take on the number 1 seed, number 5 seed overall in the NCAA tournament, your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger champions Doug Thompson, Buzzy Heidel, along with our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studios, Mr. Brian Haldane, welcoming you to Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium here on the campus of LSU for today's play-by-play story. No way around it. The NCAA botched the handling of the weather on Saturday and had everyone sitting around perplexed why the first game of the day between Sam Houston and Tulane could not continue. But it did force all the action into Sunday. So earlier today, 43 minutes worth of baseball, and Sam Houston sent Tulane home with a 10-2 Green Wave loss. Now we get set for the Beavers and Tigers, who last played a game on Friday. LSU defeated Tulane on Friday afternoon 7-2, and Oregon State hammered Sam Houston by a final of 18-2 on Friday night. Today, Coach Jay Johnson will call upon Ty Floyd to keep the Tigers in the winner's bracket and move to a championship game. Oregon State will counter with A.J. Lattery, a junior right-hander with a 4-0 record, sporting a 4.09 ERA. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. Baseball is ready to be played. Winner's bracket battle. It's Oregon State, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
NCAA regional coverage continues with the Fighting Tiger on Deck show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back here at Ollie Fox Stadium, Skip Bertman Field. LSU taking on Oregon State in a winner's bracket game here at the Baton Rouge Regional. Time for talking with Tigers. We're joined now by freshman catcher Brady Neal. And Brady, of course, it's been a while since the Tigers played. Back on Friday, LSU defeats Tulane. Brilliant effort by Paul Skeens. Just as a catcher, how much do you appreciate what Paul accomplished on the mound back on Friday?
Yeah, that was special. That's something not a lot of people ever do, or people like me get to see. Just throwing 9 innings is something special to watch, and it's fun to watch him go out there and compete like that.
So, of course, you guys were supposed to play last night against Oregon State. Of course, the weather prevented you from playing, and here we are now playing at 2 o'clock on Sunday. How difficult is it to make those kinds of adjustments when weather plays a factor in the schedule?
Yeah, I think our team does a really good job of adjusting, and, we're always coming ready to play anytime, anywhere, any place. I think this team just always wants to play, and we're ready to get out there and compete, so I think we'll be fine.
Just your thoughts on the Tigers participating in this regional at home. I know it's your first time to experience it here in Baton Rouge. Talk about the environment and what's impressed you about it so far. And it's going to get bigger as the weekend goes on, of course.
Yeah, it's just the fans. They're everywhere. We get here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're already out here tailgating. Just it's cool to see. I mean, I doubt there's any places like this in the country that the fans show this much support and root us on the most. So.
Ty Floyd, of course, is today's starting pitcher. You've caught Ty on a number of occasions. Just give us a scouting report on him. What makes him special, and why do you have confidence in him pitching well today?
Yeah, Ty's going to throw really well. He's going to pound the zone. He's going to throw a fastball with a bunch of ride and get a lot of swing and miss. He's going to get a lot of strikeouts. He's got stuff to go off it. He's got a great changeup, great curveball. He's going to throw off it. Slider for a strikeout pitch too. He's going to throw really well. When that fastball's working like how he wants it, he dominates other teams. So I'm really excited to watch him today.
And finally, of course, with the performance by Skeens, the complete game, bullpen is completely fresh for today's game. How vital will that be in relief of Ty?
Yeah, that's huge for the whole team. I mean, even all these relievers that, like Coop, have been throwing a ton lately, they just get an extra day of rest that makes their body a little bit fresher. I mean, that's big for the team. Absolutely massive. So, I mean, I know those guys are ready to get out there and show what they can do now. So.
All right, Brady, we greatly appreciate it. Good luck to you guys and the Tigers. Looking forward to today's game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brady Neal with us, talking with Tigers as LSU getting set to face the Oregon State Beavers. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Coming back here.
This is the Fighting Tiger on Deck Show with live coverage of the Baton Rouge Regional. Let's update the action across the brackets on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good news is, doesn't look like any lightning, any rain at the moment. We see blue skies and white puffy clouds, and hopefully that's the way it will stay today. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll be here. But it looks like we're going to have perfect weather for college baseball, which is great. Time now to go around the NCAA bracket on the road to Omaha, presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? Let's take a look at what's happening on the diamond. Once again, here's Doug Thompson. Doug?
All right, one more quick refresh to give you the newest possible up-to-date scores. We'll start off looking at the Conway Regional, Coastal Carolina, way out in front of Ryder right now, 13-5. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning. In Coral Gables, Miami and your Raging Cajuns down from Lafayette. The Cajuns trailing right now by a score 6-4. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Florida out in front of Connecticut in Gainesville, 8-2 today. That one just wrapped up, so it looks like Connecticut will go home and the Gators will advance. East Carolina is up in front of Oklahoma right now, 8-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. In the Charlottesville Regional and the Clemson Regional, Charlotte is actually ahead right now. In the top of the 8th, have the Clemson Tigers, their backs against the wall. It's 3-2. Once again, the top of the 8th inning. In Columbia, the Campbell Camels leading by 7 against North Carolina State. It's 8-1 in the bottom of the 7th there. George Mason has a shutout going in Winston-Salem right now over Maryland, 3-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. Later today, Sanford and Southern Mississippi are going to be due to start around 2 o'clock Central Time in the Auburn Regional. In Fayetteville, Arkansas will be the home team against TCU. Again, that one's scheduled to start at 2 o'clock Central, as are the following 4 games. Washington will be the host against Dallas Baptist, or the home team in that Stillwater Regional. In the Stanford Regional, Cal State Fullerton will be the home team against Stanford. Xavier will be the home team against Vanderbilt in Nashville. And, of course, your Tigers will be the home team against Oregon State here in Baton Rouge. At 6 o'clock tonight, we'll tell you all these teams that are waiting for the next game. So looking in Conway first, Duke is waiting the winner of Coastal Carolina and Ryder. Texas awaits the winner of this Miami and Louisville game. That game is due to start at 5 o'clock Central in Coral Gables. And Lexington, Indiana sits for the winner of Kentucky and West Virginia. Again, Kentucky leading that game 7-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gainesville, Florida leads that one 8-2. And Terre Haute, Indiana State, the host there, waits the winner of Iowa and North Carolina. Again, Iowa lead 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Virginia is waiting the East Carolina-Oklahoma winner. That game will start at 5 o'clock. And Clemson, Tennessee will be the home team against the winner of Charlotte and Clemson. In Columbia, South Carolina will be the home team against the winner of Campbell and North Carolina State. And in the Winston-Salem Regional, Wake Forest will be the home team against that George Mason Maryland winner. There's a couple other, Chris. I'll catch up with those during the game.
You got it. That's around the NCAA bracket. Once again, presented by Baton Rouge. Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? We're ready for some college baseball. Oregon State, LSU getting ready to do battle. We'll continue more, leading you up to first pitch. Up next, take a look at the pitching matchup, the starters for both the Beavers and the Tigers, coming up after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
NCAA Regional Baseball is coming up. But first, let's take a look at the game's starting pitchers. Once again, here are Doug and Buzzy on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Taking a look at the starting pitchers first, we'll go with Oregon State. Oregon State will start right-handed pitcher A.J. Lattery. Lattery's making his 18th appearance, his 9th start. He's typically been out of the bullpen, but because Oregon State's 2 and 3 pitchers have gone down this season, they've pulled him out of the bullpen. He's been getting starts lately, and he's thrown better as of late. In 44 innings, giving up 20 earned runs, 20 walks, and 48 strikeouts. He's going to be 87 to 91 miles an hour, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. And the curveball is the pitch that he tries to get you to swing and miss, tries to get you out on. It's a big 12-6. We talked about the sweeper yesterday, Doug, about the pitch that slider pitch that a lot of these pitchers are trying to go to, a harder, pitch that works horizontal, works east to west, not north and south. You'll see that north-south, that 12-6 curveball that you hear people talk about. You'll see that from Lattery. And LSU just needs to do a good job of putting together good at-bats. I thought they did that against Tulane. They didn't have the big inning or the balls leaving the ballpark like we've seen over the course of the year, but they did a good job of manufacturing runs. And what they'll need to do against a good team in Oregon State, typically when you play good teams, the team who makes the least amount of mistakes, and it comes down to 1 or 2 plays here or there. Whoever can make those 1 or 2 plays will come out victorious. So it'll be a great one, and looking forward to LSU competing against A.J. Lattery.
Yeah, and for Ty Floyd, I got a chance to visit with Ty Floyd a couple weeks ago, and we talked about controlled rage. We talked about, as a starting pitcher, you've got to expect adversity. It's coming at some point. Usually it's the first inning because you don't have the release point on more than one pitch yet. But I think that's what's key today, is for Ty Floyd to control his rage when a call doesn't go his way or they get a few good swings on the bat. Listen, this is a tall task for Paul Floyd today. 296 the Oregon State Beavers are hitting coming into this game. They have 5 players with double-digit home runs, 3 guys with over 50 RBIs. The top 2 guys in their lineup can really be disruptive on the base pass. The leadoff guy, Bazana, has 36 stolen bases this year and 39 attempts. So for Ty Floyd, the key is to expect adversity, have thick skin out there, and go as deep in this game as he possibly can.
All right, again, for Oregon State, they'll have a junior right-hander, A.J. Lattery, and for the Tigers, it'll be junior right-hander Ty Floyd. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. We lead you up to first pitch in the winner's bracket. First meeting between Oregon State and LSU this weekend, the number 1 and number 2 seeds in this regional. We'll talk with head coach Jay Johnson after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in-store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods. Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Live coverage of the Baton Rouge Regional continues with the Fighting Tiger on Deck show. Time now to visit with the top Tiger, head coach Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Here again is Chris Blair.
Coach, excellent win last night. Again, don't know what else to say about Paul Skeens. I mean, every time he goes out there, it seems like he takes it to another level. Spectacular performance yesterday. Offense didn't have the big inning, but they did enough. They hit with runners in scoring position. You got key at-bats, and you get a solid win over a good team playing well right now.
Yeah, we functioned really well, and sometimes when Paul's on the mound, if you're up 4, it can seem like 8 or 9 to the other team, and I felt like that was what the game was yesterday, and we were steady, moved the ball when we needed to. I think we scored 4 runs, by giving up 6 outs, and that's a pretty good trade-off. I'd take that all the time, every time. I think they'd put you at about 16 a game. But really good job by the offense, played good defense, and, Paul's Paul, best pitcher in the country.
Again, defensively, had some highlight plays. Again, Jordan Thompson makes that key catch out there in shallow center. And then Paul Skeens showing what a pitcher can do with the glove.
Yeah, I didn't even pick that up when it happened, actually. I just started writing down and getting ready for the next inning as we were coming up. But, I saw it later on. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got, again, a trick play, but it looked good. Let's talk about this Oregon State team. Again, you're no stranger to this program. You're no stranger to the success they've had over the years. When you look at them here in 2023, what stands out?
Well, I really like the top of the order. Travis Bazzana, in my opinion, is one of the best players in the country. Left-handed, runs, does everything well, hits, can really bunt, all those types of things. Garrett Forrester, really good player. And they're playing well right now. They're swinging the bat extremely well, as they did last night. Got to defend on the infield with the bunting game. All of those things are important, and we'll have to be sound from the mound and defensively tonight to have success.
I know, Ty Floyd, you have a lot of, confidence in what he's done. No surprise, because he's pitched very well for you all season long against this particular lineup. Well, what is it that he has that he can take advantage of?
Well, I think the first thing is he's got a great fastball, and, we're going to need him to locate that really well tonight. The breaking ball and the changeup have been elite the last 3 weeks. If he's just who he's been the last 3 weeks, then he can have success against anybody.
Again, lastly, yesterday, Paul Skeens' first 9-inning complete game, again, set you up nicely with arms, not only with Ty Floyd, but out of the bullpen. I imagine those guys, again, understand the importance when their name is called.
Yeah, 100%. I think we had a pretty good showing in Hoover for the most part out of the bullpen with some of the key guys, and look forward to them doing the same here this weekend.
Coach, it's always fun to play here at the box, fun to play at night, but regional baseball feels a little different. Should be a great one. Best of luck. Get after them.
Going to be a great night here. Thank you.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll get you the starting lineups for the Beavers and the Tigers and get you set. Oregon State, LSU, NCAA regional action on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the Baton Rouge Regional is coming up. But first, here are the game's starting lineups on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting ready for the winners bracket to finally begin after LSU won over Tulane on Friday afternoon. Oregon State had no trouble with Sam Houston on Friday night, but weather and a long delay last night moved that matchup, I should say, number 1 and number 2, until Sunday. So let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Beavers, who finished 40-18 on the season, went 18-12 in Pac-12 play. They will lead off with Travis Bazzana, the second baseman, a sophomore, hitting .387. Garrett Forster will be at first base, a junior hitting .336. Michael McDowell will bat third. He'll be in center field, the junior with a .356 average. Mason Guerra, the DH, will bat cleanup, a sophomore batting .330. He's got 12 home runs and 55 runs batted in. Gavin Turley will be in left field. He'll bat fifth. Mikey Kane will be at third base. He'll be in the sixth spot, the sophomore hitting .278. Brady Casper in right field will bat in the 7 hole. Tanner Smith, the catcher, will bat 8th, and Kyle Dernetti, the shortstop, will bat 9th. Again, it will be Oregon State with Bazzana, Forrester, McDowell, Guerra, Turley, Kane, Casper, Smith, and Dernetti, along with pitcher A.J. Lattery. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, 44-15, their overall mark. They went 19-10 at SEC play. Dylan Cruz atop the order, batting .425. The junior will lead things off and play center field. Tommy White will bat second. He's the third baseman. Sophomore with a .386 average, leads the country with 91 runs batted in. Trey Morgan will bat third. He'll be at first base. Hayden Travinsky will be the cleanup hitter. He'll catch today. DH Cade Belosa will bat fifth. Gavin Dugas will play second base and bat sixth. Braden Jobert will be in right field. He'll be in the 7 hole. Jordan Thompson remains in the 8th spot, the shortstop for the Tigers. And Josh Pearson, again, will get the start in left field. He will bat 9th. Coming up, we got first pitch, Oregon State, LSU, here in the NCAA Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
17 SEC championships.
The flash by Mars in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on a hit the right field. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Good Sunday afternoon, Tiger fans, and welcome in to Skip Bertman Field inside Alex Box Stadium. Baton Rouge Regional on the road to Omaha, and the winners bracket meeting for the first time on the weekend after rain postponed all the action on Saturday. It will be the number 1 seed, LSU Fighting Tigers, taking on the number 2 seed, Oregon State Beavers. Before we get underway, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
One, back to you.
Back inside the booth, along with our producer, Brian Haldane, in the Capital One studios. Tiger champions Doug Thompson, Buzzy Heidel, Chris Blair with you on a warm summer day here in the Louisiana capital. Current temperature, your game day forecast, going to be, well, hot, and believe it or not, slight chance of precipitation coming up later this afternoon. In fact, possibly as soon as 3:30, but we'll try to keep that out of here, as currently it's 89 degrees. Looks like we'll top out at about 90 degrees before it starts to come down a little bit. Obviously, these two teams, gentlemen, would have played last night. It would have been warm, it would have been muggy, but when you take in consideration that it is currently 66 degrees and 40% humidity in Corvallis, Oregon, at least from a temperature standpoint, not the talent, not the players, not the coaches, but from a weather standpoint, I think LSU has the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been warm and muggy, but if they'd have tried to play last night, it could have been real warm for somebody if that lightning would have popped too close. I mean, it was amazing. We were actually here, some of the last guys to leave the box last night, and it was crazy how much lightning it just would not let up. So thankfully, here we are with a beautiful day. Hopefully the rain will stay away. Right now it's picturesque. The wind is slowly blowing out to center field, and we're ready to play some ball.
Buzzy, again, it's 66 degrees in Corvallis, and while Oregon State plays in the Pac-12 and they go to places where, well, the temperature gets up there, It's that dry heat. I don't know if they've dealt with this type of humidity in a while.
It's a little bit, it's a different heat, and they, you better have the towels ready, you better have the fans ready in the dugout, because you're gonna sweat a lot. And look, like football games, Alex Box Stadium, when it's a night game, it feels a lot different. But baseball is different than football. It's something about playing baseball when the sun's shining bright and the hot dogs are being cooked and the peanuts are being thrown around. I mean, it's a beautiful day, and I think Alex Box Stadium, the fans here can actually make a difference. We've seen it plenty of times here in this ballpark in postseason play, where when it gets later in the game and the crowd starts rocking, those teams, Oregon State's done it. They've been there. They've won national championships. They've played in front of crowds, but it's a little bit different down here in Baton Rouge when these crazy Cajuns get going.
No doubt about it. You mentioned you hope the Beavers are prepared for the weather. Good news is our broadcast partner, Doug Thompson, he's got the towels and
ready,
the fans ready to go.
I'm not going to let sweat beat me today. There's going to be moisture management. Buzz, I brought one for you, too.
Look at you.
If you need it, Chris, I think there's another one in my bag. We got fans blowing. Is everybody not happy in here?
We're perfect.
No problem with the weather in here.
No doubt about it. Tigers take you to the field. Again, they will be the home team. They run out onto the diamond in their white jerseys, white pants, purple pinstripe down the leg. They've got their traditional purple LSU lids. For Oregon State, they'll go gray unis, gray jerseys, gray pants, black numerals with the orange border. They'll have black batting helmets as we're just about set to go as Ty Floyd goes out and begins his warm-up tosses. Again, as Buzzy mentioned, they're at a fever pitch here in South Louisiana for college baseball. And no surprise, the stands filling up once again on this Sunday afternoon. Again, everything got shifted forward because they had to finish the first game from yesterday earlier today. Sam Houston State, who took a thumping on Friday to open play here. Oregon State got the win 18-2. They come back and hand Tulane a 10-2 loss in 43 minutes when they resumed the game earlier today at 12 noon. That sent the Green Wave home. Sam Houston stays alive. They will play the loser of this game coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. Then everything else moves into Monday, obviously. Not able to fit 2 more games later today. So this regional will be one of the latter to finish up, although there's been several that have been affected by weather all across the country.
Well, it's always important to stay in the winner's bracket. I mean, you give yourself a better chance to win in postseason baseball. I think it's uber important this weekend with, as you said, the loser's got to play another game tonight, and then the winner of that game has got to play potentially 2 games tomorrow to win a regional.
Well,
so
what did we hear? 100. If you lose tonight, if you lose this game right now, there's 104 outs between you and the super regional, which would mean a game tonight and then 2 tomorrow to be able to punch your ticket. So this is a big game, to say the very least. I'd say the biggest of the year.
So it looks like we're just about set to go as Ty Floyd, a couple of more tosses. TV down there letting our home plate umpire, Derek Malika, know when he can get underway as the throw down to second. And we should be just mere moments away from starting today's game. Again, for the Beavers, it'll be Travis Bazzana, Garrett Forrester, and Micah McDowell to lead it off. 1, 2, 3 for Oregon State and Coach Mitch Canham. So, everybody ready for baseball? And Bazzana will step in. Left-handed hitter, batting .387 on the year. 10 homers, 53 runs batted in, 20 doubles, 3 triples, and has stolen 36 bags on the year.
Yeah, he can motor.
First delivery from Floyd. Going to miss high at the letters for ball 1, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 2:06 Central Time. A lot of heat, not a lot of breeze at the moment. Checking the flags above the batter's eye is the 1-0 pitch. Sent back foul into the screen. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 90 degrees currently here in Baton Rouge. The wind, flag's not moving much at all out there in center. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bazzana. First, this pitch missed high from Floyd. The fastball off the mark, make it 2-1.
Bazzana's a tough out. We always look at that strikeouts to walks for hitters. Rarely do we see more walks than strikeouts. Bazzana has 59 walks and 42 strikeouts this year.
This one slapped down the line, but foul towards the seats in right. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bazzana went 4 for 6 in the opening game on Friday against the Bearcats of Sam Houston. Again, not bad for a leadoff hitter.
Well, Bazzana's there, Dylan Cruz. I mean, he does it all at the top of that lineup.
Ty Floyd's 2-2 pitch. Breaking
good
ball,
pitch.
Swing and a miss. Stravinsky will have to pick it up. He'll throw to first for good measure. And Ty Floyd with a big strikeout to start the game. 1 away, top of the first inning. Like that pitch on the breaking, that down and away and right in on the heel of Bazzana, who couldn't hold back.
Loved it. Had tight spin, 12-6 break. Looked like a strike all the way. And Bazzana just could not keep the hands back. Buzzy, I would say that is a perfect 0-2-1-2 pitch.
Absolutely, and you said it best. That had tight spin. Sometimes, Floyd, that curveball will pop out of his hand. That thing stayed tight through the zone.
First delivery to Forrester, miss high and inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Garrett Forrester, a junior, the first baseman, batting .336. Coach Jay Johnson telling us before the game that the first 4 in this order as good as any in the country. The 1-0 swung on, fouled back into the screen. Again, same scenario. 2 pitches thrown to Forrester, and Floyd with a 1-1 count.
Well, I tell you, Buzzy, look at the back foot of this hitter, Forrester. He is literally standing on the back line of the batter's box. Can't go any deeper than that.
1 ball, 1 strike. Forrester awaits. Righty on righty matchup. Floyd fires. Swing and a miss. Blows that one by him at 94 miles an hour. Gets ahead 1-2.
He better back up a little more if he wants to catch up to that. Good velocity early by Floyd. 95 on the previous pitch. 94 miles an hour. That's where Floyd likes to live. 94 to 96.
1 out. Nobody on. 1-2 count. Forrester awaits. Floyd fires. Miss low and away, and Forrester stays away, and it evens the count 2-2.
As long as that 1-2 or 0-2 is not something he can put the barrel on, for me it's a good pitch. That one just a little bit low and away. He was trying for about a ball off the outside corner.
Here's the 2-2 delivery. Little knock, shallow lift into center field. It will drop down in front of Dylan Cruz. Not a lot of contact, but Forrester able to force it enough into shallow center for the first hit of the game, and with 1 out, the Beavers have a runner aboard.
Well, might as well get the hit out the way early, huh, Doug? I don't think it was going to be a no-hit performance from Floyd against a very good Oregon State lineup, but no harm, no foul. He's throwing a lot of strikes early. You said it best. He went 1-2, 0-2. He was making good pitches, and 2-2. You've got to bring the action to the hitter, and Forrester ever able to just muscle up a pitch to center field.
Yeah, he got in on the hands. It wasn't a terrible pitch. Maybe left it up a little bit more than he wanted.
Micah McDowell, a left-hander, swings and misses. Breaking ball from Floyd, drops below the bat of McDowell, and it's 0-1. Micah McDowell, a junior, again, right there in the mid-300s, 356 his average. Got a runner at first, one down. Tigers middle infield, double play depth as the breaking ball misses. Not sure where, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, the top of this lineup is real heavy. 387, 336, 356, 330 in the top four, and then it drops down. Everybody else below at 300 there, but they're in the high 280s.
Quick turn, throw over to first, and Forrester back safely. Forrester on the year, 3 for 3 in stolen bases. All but one in the lineup for the Beavers today have at least one stolen base on the year, but they're a little top-heavy with Bazana and McDowell. Here's the pitch. Miss low and inside. That'll make it 2-1.
Thought that was a pretty good location for that breaking pitch.
Forrester taking off, but holding at first base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Floyd peeks over his shoulder, now fires to the plate, and it's sent foul into the screen. Again, an even count.
Doug, LSU plays in the SEC. A lot of good offenses, obviously, but man, have you seen a more complete offense than what Oregon State is? I mean, you talk about can steal bases, can hit the ball out of the ballpark, hit for average. I mean, it's impressive group coming into Baton Rouge.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Top shelf fastball at 95. McDowell couldn't stay away. And Ty Floyd with his second punch out, 2 gone here in the top of the first.
Yeah, but I think what you said first, Buzzy, plays.
They've seen it.
It's
right?
not the SEC.
Sure.
Right, and we learned that a couple years ago in the College World Series. They were, 55-3, and something like that. And we beat them, but they beat us there. They had some great players. Ali Rutschman, I believe that's his name, right? Ali Rutschman. He was an all-star catcher. He's in the big leagues now. He was a can't-miss type guy. So don't let the numbers deceive you too much. They still got to earn it.
Guerra now stands in. The breaking ball for a strike from Floyd, and it's 0-1. Mesa Guerra, sophomore, hitting .330. The RPI for the Beavers coming in this weekend, 37th in the country. Again, baseball still weighing heavy on the RPI for constructing the brackets on the road to Omaha. There's a strike on the, oh my goodness, he called that outside. Miss for ball 1. That looked like a strike all day on the outer half. Floyd a little frustrated, try to shake that off now. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Guerra. Tigers, by the way, 5th in RPI. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball. Did he go around? They appeal. They say no. Greg Street down the line at first as he holds back. Darren Hyman, by the way, the second base umpire. Chris Gonzalez down the line at third. And as we mentioned, Derek Molika behind the plate calling balls and strikes. 2 outs, runner at first, no score, top of the first. Here's the 2-1. Yeah, that one looked like the other one, but this time it's a strike. Make it 2-2 with that fastball on the outside corner.
All right, got to make it happen here. The 2-2 is the make it happen pitch. You want to make the out right now. You don't want it to go 3-2.
Runner at first, 2 down. Floyd from the stretch, fires, swing and a miss. Guerra down on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Floyd to start the afternoon. And the Beavers are done. No runs, 1 hit. They leave that 1 man on. We played a half inning here at the box. No score. Tigers coming up. Cruz, White, and Morgan when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Action continues on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network. Back with more on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
No score. We go to the bottom of the first inning. LSU bats for the first time today. They will face A.J. Lattery, the right-handed pitcher for the Beavers. Great job by Ty Floyd. Guys, before we see the Tigers come to the plate, your thoughts, Doug, on Ty's start to today's game?
Dominant, explosive fastball, well located, got ahead. If he does that all day, he's going to be a handful for the Beavers.
Yeah, you said it best, Doug. The located fastball is what's the thing for me. We saw a couple off-speed pitches, struck out Bazana, one of the best hitters in the country, on a good slider down in the zone, but the fastball is located well with good velocity. That's a good sign for LSU early.
Tigers will have Dylan Cruz start things off. Dylan again batting .425. Again chasing what could be the highest batting average in a season. Again, got off to a great start on Friday as he went 3 for 5 with a run scored and 1 run driven in. Lattery looks in. Cruz awaits. And the first offering. Off speed. Missed outside. Ball 1.
Man, a dinger would be nice right now. I mean, you got Ty Floyd punching out the side.
Well, yeah, we manufactured runs on Friday against Tulane. Let's manufacture some balls out of the yard.
In the teeth right out the gate here.
The 1-0. Off speed again, miss low and outside. They appeal down, and again, Dylan did not go around. So sets up Dylan Cruz with a couple of breaking pitches, and it's 2-0. Cruz on the year, 15 homers, 1 triple, 14 doubles. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball and a swing and a miss. That one a little up in the zone at 89. Gets by Cruz. It's 2-1.
Yeah, and look, Lattery's he's 6'5", he's a big kid. The fastball's not unbelievably explosive, but it plays a little faster with that big body and coming at you, releasing the fastball closer to the plate.
2-1. Just missed the outside corner. Good take by Cruz on another breaking ball. It looks like Lattery a little frustrated there with Derek Malika's strike zone. It's 3-1 to Cruz.
3-0, here we go.
Danger zone here for Lattery. And the 3-1 pitch. Just missed it, fouls it back into the screen. That'll fill the count 3-2. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Just visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Find them at sunequip.com. So Cruz leading things off. White on deck, Morgan waiting in the wings. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lattery starts to wind, and the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 71 miles an hour, completely submarines down to the plate. Cruz swings over the top, down on strikes, 1 gone.
That's the big 12-6 curveball that we talked about in the pregame. That's the pitch he wants to try to get you out on when he gets to 2 strikes. But that's kind of the approach from this pitching staff. Oregon State, they like for you to try to get yourself out. They'll nibble, and if you want to get yourself out, they'll take that. But they're not going to throw a whole lot over the heart of the plate.
Tommy White to the plate. He went 1 for 3 in the win on Friday. Had a base hit in the first inning against the Green Wave. There's a strike off speed to make it 0-1 to White.
Well, if the scouting report didn't say he'll go to that breaking ball in any count, now it's proof that he will. I think Tommy White hopefully wrote that mental note down.
The 0-1 pitch. Missed outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to White. White leading the country. Again, 91 runs batted in. Leads the team with 20 home runs, 22 doubles. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lattery fires to the plate. Swing and a miss. Time Tommy swinging for Tiger Stadium in the distance, but it's 1-2.
Doug, I think Dylan Cruz and Tommy White can take any scouting report and just throw it down the shredder, because I think they'll get any pitch and any count, any situation.
That's true. That is Dylan Cruz we're talking about.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to White. Fastball misses outside. 2-2. Again, I mentioned that Tommy White went 1 for 3. Also should point out he was intentionally walked on 2 occasions on Friday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-2. And on the hands and fouled out of play right side. That'll keep the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned Oregon State and LSU. Really talking about a lot of matchups in the month of June over the years. It goes back to 2012. They met in 2017 in Omaha. Then LSU in the Corvallis Regional in 2018. Almost destined to meet this time of year. Here's the 2-2. Off the end of the bat, base hit. Ground ball into right center field. That's why Tommy White's as good as he is. Just wanted to get aboard, saw the pitch where it was, put the bat on it, drives it opposite field for a single.
Well, for as much power as he has and the power numbers we see, that's what he does as good as anybody. Spreads out and uses the whole field with 2 strikes, not just trying to always hit the home run.
Well, he spreads out and actually starts the swing before the pitch is even made by opening up that front hip a little bit, almost like his lower half has already started. And he's so good at keeping those hands back and letting the ball travel with 2 strikes, maybe the best in college baseball.
1 out, runner on. Morgan at the plate, fastball in on the hand, spins Trey out of the way, and it's 1-0. Trey on Friday, 0 for 4, did get aboard on a walk.
Another guy that always has a good 2-strike approach when he gets there is Trey Morgan.
White with a short lead off of first. Here's the 1-0. Stays away from that breaky ball. Great take there. And it's 2-0. Can kind of start the history with Oregon State and LSU as far as national implications back in 2012 here in the Baton Rouge Regional. Of course, LSU would defeat the Beavers but could not get by Stony Brook. I apologize for bringing up that memory. Here's the 2-0 off speed, misses outside to Morgan. Then fast forward to 2017, and LSU took it on the chin in that first meeting against the Beavers, but what an effort in that second opportunity. LSU got that magic going, able to beat the Beavers, stay alive, get to the championship series with Florida. 3-0 the count to Morgan. Runner at first, 1 down. Lattery fires. There's a strike at the belt. Make it 3-1. 2018, Tigers had to head to Corvallis. We spent June out there. Again, temperatures in the mid-60s, which was nice, but
it was.
LSU unable to get out of that regional as Oregon State would move on. Here's a 3-1. Missed high. Ball 4. Lattery gives up the walk. Now runners first and second for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring Hayden Travinski. So here's what's really exciting about postseason for LSU is you've had Dylan Cruz and Tommy White done what they've done all season long. Suddenly you have Hayden Travinski coming along over the last 13 games, has been simply on fire. So now you put 2 runners on. You got by one of the top 2, Cruz and White. But now you got to face Travinski as that first pitch, breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question about it. The last 2 weeks, this has been the hottest bat in the lineup for the Tigers.
Went 2 for 3 on Friday with 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Bases first and second, 1 out. The 0-1 to Travinski. Stayed away.
Good take.
And they'll appeal. He did not go around. It's 1-1.
Buzzy will tell you, hard to keep the hands from going at that one right above the belt.
Especially when the crowd's going crazy and you know they're just wanting a ball to get into a gap, get into the seats. You got to control the emotions. Travinski, a powerful hitter.
Hayden with a gapper double RBI on Friday. There's a strike on the outside corner. Surprises Hayden a little bit. It's 1-2. Mentioned that RBI double on Friday because it came with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Sure did.
Only 1 out here, but a 1-2 count to Travinski. White at second, Morgan at first. The pitch missed high. Another good take, evens it up 2-2.
Lattery over 20 pitches in this first inning. That 22 pitches. Excuse me, 21.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lattery fires. Swing and a miss. Off speed, a little up in the zone. Travinski couldn't find it. Down on strikes, 2 gone, and it'll be Cade Beloso. Chance for Cade to add to that RBI total on the year. Had some clutch hits all season long. Again, kind of lagniappe for this LSU team when you consider the fact that last year injured in the opening game, out for the entire year. Would he come back? How healthy would he be? Once the Tigers began SEC play, Cade Beloso became a force in this lineup. First pitch to Cade. Missed outside as Lattery trying to nibble on that outside corner. It's 1-0.
Well, it shows you the depth, too. I mean, these last 2 guys, Travinski and Beloso, although we know the talent of those guys, wasn't talked about a lot. You know, we know the history of Beloso and the years he's had and the productivity, but wasn't talked about a lot as guys that were going to be in the starting lineup to start the year.
Breaking ball over for a strike. Beloso now has seen that slow curve. It's 1-1.
Yeah, you can tell already. Lattery's a guy that just pitches, knows how to pitch, uses a lot of different pitches, doesn't really give in. He's obviously throwing a lot of pitches up to this point, but he's not giving in. Tiger's going to have to get focused.
1-1. Low and inside. I'll make it 2-1 now to Beloso. Cruz started the game, or started the inning, I should say. Struck out swinging. White would single through the right side. Morgan aboard on a walk. Travinski struck out swinging, and now Cade Beloso at the plate, trying to get the Tigers on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-1 pitch. And a little tapper foul right of home plate. Evens it up now to Beloso, 2-2.
You know, you mentioned that temperature, Chris, and it's 26 pitches now. Once you get to that 26 to 30 range, it starts to become a little bit, tough out there on the mound. The ball gets a little heavier, your legs get heavy, and he's not used to sweating as much as he is right now. I can promise you that. So we'll see if that makes a difference here, if Beloso can extend this at bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Deuces Wild here in the bottom of the first. This slow breaking ball just missed his hands. Too far inside. Will fill the count now, 3-2.
Yeah, I'd say this is a very important pitch for Lattery because there's a lot of pitches so far.
So battling the heat and humidity. Now the Tiger faithful trying to get in the ear of Lattery. 2 outs.
Got a ball.
And now a ball.
Or is it time?
Yeah, no,
it's time.
Oh,
so the
and a ball 4.
Pitch clock
What?
gets him. That's ball 4, and that will send a runner down to first and Beloso, and now the bases are loaded. So, yeah, I think the heat, maybe the crowd, something got to Lattery there, and he gives the Tigers a gift.
Yeah, even the chatter here has gotten a little bit louder at the box now. With the bases loaded, you're about to make your 28th pitch of the inning to a guy that's hit some pretty big balls for the Tigers this year.
Time going to be called as...
That's good. Just more time out in that sun.
Tanner Smith, catcher, going to go out and visit with Lattery. Forrester, the first baseman, will join them.
There we go.
Well, listen, with the pitch clock nowadays, everybody's a pretty quick worker on the mound for the most part. But I did find Lattery this whole inning has been pretty punctual. I mean, he's just been taking his time, and it's been a long inning, throwing a lot of pitches, as you mentioned, Doug, in a big spot early in this game. This is where a lot of times this is make a difference in the game. These 2 out hits.
Look, the bullpen's already starting to move around a little bit. It's exactly what you're looking for if you're Jay Johnson.
Lattery with the bases loaded fires. Breaking ball misses outside to Dugas, and it's 1-0. The Beavers will institute a defensive shift with the right-handed hitting Dugas at the plate. They'll move 3 infielders left of second base. You've got White at third, Morgan at second, Beloso down at first. 2 outs. Dugas awaits the 1-0 pitch. Miss low, ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, start pulling on that shirt. He's uncomfortable. You see him lifting that shirt to wipe the sweat off his face. Yeah, he is not comfortable out there right now at all.
And tip you hat to Dugas, the veteran, just being patient, looking for a pitch that he can hit. Got to do the same here, 2-0. Look one spot.
2-0 pitch. Miss low. 3-0.
He's on the proverbial ropes, boys. You got to take here, huh, Buzz?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, even though the bases are loaded, I know if Dugas hits the ball in the seats, place goes crazy. You've got to take.
He could still do that with a 3-1 count.
Absolutely.
You know?
3-0. Take is on. It is a strike at the belt. 3-1. Dugas again batting .288 on the year. Member of the double-digit home run club. He's got 13, 10 doubles, 2 triples. He's driven in 40 runs on the year. Scoreless game, bottom of the first. Here's the 3-1. Dugas swings. One hopper going to be gloved by Demidi. The shortstop, he will run to second, step on the bag for out number 3. So the Tigers, they strand 3 runners, no runs on 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded, and we are scoreless after 1. We move to the top of the second. The Beavers able to avoid that bullet there for the Tigers. They'll come to the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Here we go.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the NCAA Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU had the Beavers and starter A.J. Lattery on the ropes, but strand the bases loaded, and we're scoreless as we head to the top of the second inning. Ty Floyd delivers a first pitch to Turley, the left fielder. It's a called strike, and it's 0-1. Turley batting .299 on the year, the right-handed hitter. Floyd, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball didn't break. Had to get out of the way as Turley on a pitch high and inside, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Turley's a freshman, but you got to be careful with him. 11 home runs, only 137 at bats.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, just missed inside at the hands. It's 2-1. Turley digs back in. Floyd fires the fastball. This one ripped down the line and left. Giving chase will be Pearson. Quickly around first is Turley. He'll have a stand-up double to get it started here in the top of the second inning. Turley went 3 for 4 on Friday with 3 runs scored and an RBI, but jumped all over that offering from Ty Floyd, deposited it down the line and left.
Yeah, Turley obviously seeing it well, and made a good observation there, Doug, as the power numbers are there for the young freshman, but stayed on a pitch and drove it down the left field line to start the inning up for Oregon State.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're looking for after that bases loaded shutdown point inning in the bottom of the first inning. Now you got momentum back in your dugout, leading it off with a double.
Mikey Kane, a right-hander, open stance, and he'll swing and miss on a pitch Up and out off speed from Floyd. It's 0-1. He went chasing.
Yeah, not sure if Thompson wanted Floyd to turn and spin and give a look.
He definitely gave him the daylight play, but Floyd, I don't think, saw it in time and pitched, leaving shortstop wide open.
Kane awaits. Floyd now will turn and look back the runner and Turley to second base. Floyd back up on the bump. Pitch clock down to 10. Down to 5. Floyd fires. Breaking ball fouled back into the screen. It's 0-2.
Hey, how about a punch out here, Ty Floyd?
Runner at second base, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off the bat of Kane, straight back to the backstop. Still 0-2. Fans, remember, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts streamed for free at lsusports.net. And you can take us with you today, tomorrow. Just download the LSU Sports mobile app on your mobile device, presented by BASF. We create chemistry. 0-2 the count to Mikey Kane. Kane, the third baseman, awaits. Floyd fires the 0-2. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss. Down on strikes goes Kane. One gone here in the top of the second. Ty Floyd with strikeout number 4 on the day.
And Floyd 0-2 went to the fastball. I thought it caught probably a little too much of the plate 0-2. I know, Doug, you had a little gesture here, but I'd set up that off-speed pitch. You'd like to see that 0-2 fastball maybe elevated a little more, but nice job of speeding the hands up for Floyd and then, spinning one off and getting the Oregon State hitter Kane out in front.
So now with Brady Casper coming to the plate, still a runner at second base, so Floyd not out of the woods yet. First pitch down in the dirt, blocked up by Travinsky. And
I see you, big guy.
He will stay put at second base. Casper hitting an even 300 on the year. The 1-0. Way out front on the off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Doug, we talk about that West Coast baseball a lot. Were you surprised? Leadoff runner on second. You got the 6-hole hitter up in Kane. They don't put the bunt on.
A little bit. I'm more surprised he didn't read that pitch in the dirt before that and take third on his own.
1-1. Fouled off the bat of Casper and now puts Ty Floyd in the driver's seat ahead in the count 1-2. Casper, by the way, 2 for 5 in Friday's win when they exploded on Sam Houston 18-2. Ty Floyd getting the crowd behind him here. 1 out. Runner at second. Top of the second. Scoreless game. The 1-2. The spinner. Oh! They say missed the outside corner. Looked like a great pitch. 2-2. Floyd got to shake that off quickly. Even count with a runner at second. The 2-2 pitch. Oh my. Fastball looked like it covered the inside corner.
Yeah.
But Derek Malika says no, and that will fill the count 3-2.
Yeah, he missed that one. Catcher was set up on the outer part of the plate, and Floyd missed on the inside part, but it was still a strike.
So a payoff delivery to the plate. And again, outside corner not in play, just missed, and it's ball 4. That puts runners first and second now for the Beavers with a 1 out here in the top of the second. That will bring to the plate the number 8 hitter, Tanner Smith, the catcher for Oregon State.
So, Buzzy, this is the moment. This is the moment I was talking about with Ty Floyd. Probably feels like he got squeezed a little bit. Any pitcher would, become frustrated there. Here comes Jay Johnson to make sure that they stay controlled. Still 1 pitch away from a double play. The 8-hole hitter's up. All the positive vibes now in this defensive meeting at the on the mound.
Yeah, you just got to shake it. I know it's easier said than done, and you hear all the things, right? But I know, Coach Maneri used to tell us when we played, look, they've tried for years to play the game, or they haven't figured out a way for years to play the game without umpires. They're part of the game. They're going to make bad calls. Who can overcome it? Who can be resilient enough? And this is you're right, Doug. This is a point right here early in this game where Floyd's just got to flush it and get back to doing what he does best.
Yeah, like you need a punch out here and a weak fly ball into the outfield. Get out of this inning with some confidence, because the other guy, you don't want to give him too much time to rest. He was breathing pretty hard coming out after the first inning.
Jay Johnson back in the dugout, 1 out, runners first and second. Pitch to Tanner Smith. There's a strike on the outside corner. Tiger fans will not only applaud the pitch by Ty Floyd, but the call by the home plate umpire, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch from Floyd. Fastball again over the plate. 0-2.
Smith was 1 for 4 in Friday's win against Sam Houston. Scored a run.
1 out. Runners first and second. Floyd looks in and now will turn and look back to second. Turley led off the inning with a double to left field. Floyd would get a strikeout against Kane. Casper with the walk. Almost chased the breaking ball, but stayed away. Does Smith.
Yeah, that's the good 0-2 pitch, though. That's where you want to throw it.
Excellent 0-2 pitch. That time Smith not chasing. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Smith did everything there but have the bat go across the plate. I mean, he had every body part moving but the barrel of the bat.
The 1-2. Low and away. Fastball at 95, and it's 2-2.
What do we call this pitch, Buzz?
Make it happen pitch.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
Turley down at second. Casper at first. 1 out. 2-2 count to Smith at the plate. Floyd fires. And it missed the outside corner again. That'll fill the count. Again, Doug, you made the point that mentally Ty Floyd's got to fight through that, but we all know that when Floyd's effective, he gets a lot of those calls on the corners with that fastball. That's part of his effectiveness. Here's the 3-2. Lifted in the air, down the line in right. Morgan giving chase as well as Joe Bear, and it will go about 8 rows into the seats out of play. Still remains 3-2. And I'm not saying that's a disadvantage for Ty Floyd. You got to be able to work around that, but when he's able to paint those corners, get those calls, he becomes very effective, as does any pitcher.
Yeah, it's anybody. I mean, if you don't get the call when it's over the plate, it's going to be a rough day.
Runners first and second. Another payoff pitch from Floyd on its way. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Now Cruz coming in. And Dillon able to use the speed. Glides his way to right center and makes the grab for out number 2. Was it me, guys, or did Thompson and Dugas look like they may have not seen it initially? I mean, they went back and then they halted.
I think they knew that it was going to be a tough play for them because it was going to be too deep in the outfield. And they were hoping old trusty number 3 was on his way. And thankfully he was.
So 2 down, and important out there. They get to the number 9 hitter, Kyle Dernetti now, a right-hander. Pitch from Floyd, missed outside. That slider a little too far off and a little high. It's 1-0. Dernetti batting .258, the shortstop for the Beavers here. Turley with a leadoff double. Casper aboard on a walk. Here's the 1-0. Check swing and fouls it into the screen. It's 1-1.
Dernetti down in that 9 spot was 2 for 5 on Friday. Had 2 runs scored. I think everybody was on fire Friday against Sam Houston State.
The numbers certainly say so. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. The pitch, high and inside, 2-1.
Well, the good news is of those 18 runs, none of them transferred to today, so they all stay in that game.
Hopefully they wasted them all in that game.
I agree.
2-1 now, the count to Dernetti. The pitch, outside corner, called strike at the belt, and it's 2-2. That time Floyd able to paint that outside corner. Now an even count. Back to Deuces Wild. 2 men on, 2 outs, a 2-2 count. Top of the second, scoreless game. Here's the 2-2. Foul back out of play off the bat of Dernetti. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Today's game, by the way, brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Another 2-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Ball 3. Fastball just off the plate. Makes it 3-2.
Well, I mean, that pitch has been being called a ball, so Floyd's just going to have to make an adjustment. That's part of pitching as well, adjusting to the umpire that's behind the plate.
So with 2 outs, a payoff pitch. Runners go, and it's a ground ball towards short. Thompson scoops it up, throws the first, stretched by Morgan in time for out number 3 on the 6-3 ground out. So the Beavers threaten in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We move to the bottom of the second. Tigers coming to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Jobert, Thompson, and Pearson. Scoreless game. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The road to Omaha starts here in Baton Rouge. NCAA regional action continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Brady Jobert to lead it off for the Tigers. Scoreless game. We go to the bottom of the second inning. A.J. Lattery ready to work. Slow off-speed pitch misses way high for ball 1, 1-0. The Tigers left the bases stranded there in the bottom of the first inning. Both teams with a little opportunity to get on the board. Both opportunities go awry. Here's the 1-0. That one at the belt for a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Jobert.
I was really hoping we could get old Jobert up to bat with the bases loaded. Let's see what would have happened.
1 ball, 1 strike. Lattery fires. Jobert launches one right center field. Casper going back to the track. He will settle under it. Has room to make the grab in front of the Capital One sign for out number 1. Gave it a ride to right center, but stayed within the park. And there's one gone here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, I mean, he just hit one extra stitch than he needed to on that baseball because that had everything written on it that would have been out there in the diamond deck. Wind probably not helping it as much as it could have.
Jordan Thompson now stands in, batting for the first time today. Pitch to the right-hander, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Thompson batting .263 on the season. Went 2 for 3 on Friday. That afternoon win over Tulane. Scored a run, drove in a run. Here's the 0-1 to Jordan. Gonna hit him. Inside pitch. He able to get the bat out of the way. Hit batter will send him down to first. So with 1 out, the Tigers have a runner aboard. Hit by pitch for the Tigers. 123 on the season.
Yeah, I think that was going to smart a little bit from Jordan Thompson. You could tell he didn't like the feel of it right off the end of the elbow. You ever turn around in the middle of class and smoked your elbow on the desk behind you and it rings for about 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
Yep.
It's a lot like that. Probably a little more intense, though, huh, Buzz?
Well, I didn't know you went to as many classes.
Easy.
Yeah, I know it was different
We're
back
talking
then,
about baseball right now.
Okay, I apologize.
Getting stung on the elbow with a fastball. You could tell it was not a pleasant experience for Jordan Thompson.
Now they bring the trainer and Jay Johnson out there to take a look at Thompson at first base.
All right, he's good. Look, get off.
He's telling him, I'm good.
Yeah, that shoots, though, the pain down into the pinky finger when you get hit, when you get hit on that elbow.
One of those hurts where you almost kind of start laughing a little bit. It hurts so much, like just
Back in 3rd grade, I think they referred to it as the funny bone.
There you go. Maybe that's why. Yeah, there you go. Funny bone.
So that'll bring Pearson to the plate with a runner on. Pearson batting in the 9 spot. First pitch to the left-hander, high and outside for ball 1. Pearson got the start on Friday as well. Went 0 for 3 at the plate. Did drive in 2 runs. Sac fly RBI and a ground out RBI. Here's the 1-0. Same spot, a little lower, but misses for ball 2.
Chris, you know that thin sheet of ice or glass you're always talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, 39 pitches, 24 balls, 15 strikes. He's dancing all over that sucker right now.
Two 2-0 the count. Runner at first, pitch to Pearson. In the dirt, skips off the plate, now 3-0.
Yeah, it's almost a situation where if you're Jay Johnson, you almost want to say, hey, let's take till we get a strike.
Maybe 2 strikes.
Possibly, I'm telling you.
Right now, the numbers,
Like we've done that before. Back in the day, it was pitcher not throwing a lot of strikes.
Well, we know you got the take till you get a strike a lot.
Well, I was a better hitter at 2 strikes anyway, Could shorten it up, do some different things.
3-0 the count to Pearson. And a turn and throw over.
Can't help yourself, can you? You just can't. Just got to stale your high horse over there, I tell you.
It's just amazing how great of a hitter you are.
Oh, my gosh. People will forget if you just stop bringing it up,
3-0, high and inside, ball 4. Pearson aboard on a walk that puts runners first and second now. And yes, indeed, it appears just like in the bottom of the first inning, A.J. Lattery dancing on glass, happens to be dancing with concrete shoes at the moment.
Yeah, it's getting sketchy out there. You can't really fall behind to this guy and be comfortable about things. But remember, he went to the 3-1 breaking ball with the bases juiced and 2 outs to get Dugas, and he went with a 3-2 breaking ball with Cruz. He'll throw it in any count.
Back to the top of the order, Dylan Cruz, again a strikeout victim in the first. Got Thompson at second, Pearson at first, and the delivery by Lattery missed off the outside corner, 1-0.
Now the good news is the zone's the same for both teams. That outside corner is non-existent for right-handed hitters.
Lattery checks the watch. Now comes set. 1 ball, no strikes to Dylan Cruz. The pitch. Missed outside, ball 2.
Look, you're not going to give Dylan Cruz a take, but you don't want to let Lattery off the hook. You got to look one spot. I mean, one pitch and Cruz gets it. He's got to just come unglued.
Runners first and second, 1 out. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Left above the letters, but home plate umpire Derek Maliko says at the letters for a strike. It's 2-1, and that brings out the Boo Birds in full fashion.
And when's the last time 8,000 Tiger fans have been wrong about something about,
Well, that's a good take. I mean, that's not the pitch he's looking for. I know it was up in the zone, but wasn't.
How about that 2-0 breaking ball, though?
2-1 pitch to Cruz. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball drops down and away to the right-hander, and it's 2-2. So now Dylan Cruz with a 2-strike approach here.
Swung at a bad one there, too. Not used to seeing that from Cruz.
Lattery from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Same delivery. This time Cruz stays away, and it misses outside, 3-2.
I wonder if he'll throw another curveball here.
Well, he's got just as much command of that as he does the fastball, so probably need to look for it if you're Dylan Cruz.
Lattery's payoff pitch. Missed low, ball 4. That will load the bases for the second time today. Less than 2 outs for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second in a scoreless game, and here comes Tommy White to the plate.
So, Buzzy, then we'll have a quick mound visit. For the youngsters listening there, you know, you get up there, and not that any of, hopefully our listeners will get the 2-0 curveball, then 2-1 curveball, and then, you know, but when you get to that point and you get to a 3-2 count, you've seen 3 breaking balls. Do you change and look for that breaking ball? Or are you still looking for a fastball and adjusting to the breaking ball when it gets to 3-2?
Set for the express, adjust for the rest. I think you
no
gotta,
matter what, even if you see 3 in a row.
I think you still got to look fastball, because if you look off speed pitch, even at 89, 90 miles an hour, which in today's game is not throwing hard, but he can still get you out if you're looking for that all-speed pitch.
And that's what they try to do. They try to get him with a fastball right there. Thankfully, it missed down low, because I don't think Dylan Cruz was really looking for a fastball in that count.
The good news is his hands are so good, he probably can do enough to foul it off.
That's true.
But he might not square it up if you're looking off speed pitch and then trying to adjust to the fastball.
So the mound visit all over with. Again, the bases loaded, less than 2 outs here for the Tigers. 1 away. Puts Thompson hit by a pitch at third. Pearson walked, he's at second. Cruz walked, he's at first. Here comes Tommy White, who had a base hit to right field last time in the first inning.
Right guy, right spot. That's what they say, right?
Nobody better up.
Lattery's first pitch. Swing and a miss. White put everything into that one. Couldn't find the baseball. A little up in the zone. It's 0-1.
White coming into the regional third in the nation in RBIs with 91.
Bases loaded, 1 out, scoreless game here, bottom of the second. Can the Tigers break it open? The 0-1 way outside, and Tanner Smith, the catcher, sliding over to glove that one. It's 1-1.
Almost threw us a run there. 50th pitch of the game. We're only in the second inning. It's going to be a short one for Lattery. There's a right-hander preparing to enter the game, a sidewinder down in that Beaver bullpen.
Here's the 1-1. Way outside again, 2-1.
Oh, he's way from under down there. But you know what? I don't like that matchup for Oregon State bringing a sidewinder to face Trey Morgan, the left-hander. I think those lefties see the right-handed side armor a lot better.
Bases loaded, 1 down. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tommy White. The pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Evens it up 2-2.
I mean, there's literally no counter situation. He won't spin that thing in there.
Well, he's semi-effectively wild right now. Only 1 hit for LSU, but he's putting everybody on. Got to get the big hit with guys on base.
2-strike approach for White at the plate. The 2-2 fouls it off out of play right side.
I don't recall seeing a pitcher under 50% strikes at 50 pitches.
And Tommy White
with no runs allowed.
Well, that's the kicker.
Yeah.
Will extend the stance. Hunkers down from the right side of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. The pitch. Chased one, eye level. I mean, at the visor of the helmet. White down on strikes, upset with himself. That's the second out of the inning as Lattery able to get him on that one. His 3rd punch out of the day.
Yeah, I think he might have thought that breaking ball was coming in. It never broke, just a high fastball. And a 2-2 count, not his best swing of the year for sure. Now Trey Morgan's going to have to come away, Buzzy.
No, that's exactly what he was thinking, though, Doug. He thought that was that off-speed pitch. He just misread. He thought it was coming dropping out of a parachute.
This off-speed pitch spins Morgan out of the way. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Morgan aboard on a walk back in the first inning, was left stranded when the bases were loaded. He was at second base. 1-0 the count. Lattery fires. Swing and a miss. Fastball a little above the belt. Morgan couldn't find it. It's 1-1.
I think if Morgan could get the job done here, this will be the last batter for Lattery, as that sidewinder looks to be ready to come in the game.
The 1-1. Late swing, but fouls it off into the screen. Off the bat of Morgan, falls behind 1-2. Again, Thompson at third. Pearson at second. Cruz at first base. 2 outs and a 1-2 count to Trey Morgan. Batting .375 with the bases loaded here in 2023. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, chopper towards second. Bazzana on the high hop, fields it, throws to first, and for the second time today, the Tigers strand 3 runners. No runs, no hits, 3 men left on. It is scoreless after 2, and A.J. Lattery escapes once again. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Beavers come to the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network. He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
Coming back here.
Try it first.
Back to LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball in the Baton Rouge Regional on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 3rd inning, scoreless game. Oregon State, LSU. Beavers come to the plate. Tigers now left 6 men on base. First delivery offered up to Bazzana atop the order, and it's a breaking ball missed inside. 1-0 from Ty Floyd. The Tigers 0 for 4 at the plate with runners in scoring position. 0 for 4 with runners on. And 0 for 1 with runners on third with less than 2 outs as Bazzano drives this one deep to right field, and it will get into the seats. Bazzano with a leadoff home run gets the Beavers on the board. That's his 11th home run of the season. It's 1-0 Oregon State.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say it before the pitch, but what did you say, Doug, about that momentum on that first inning when Oregon State was able to get out of that jam, and they've got out of it again in the second, and now you've got leadoff hitter, one of the better hitters in the country, deposit one in the seats.
Yeah, not good signs for sure. Little bit interesting. Oh, lightning in the air. A little bit interesting there. I don't know if you guys noticed. Thompson actually played second base, and Dugas was over at shortstop for Bazzana.
So with the solo home run, 1-0. That'll bring Forrester to the plate. He had a base hit back in the first inning, left stranded. Had a little knock into shallow center field off of Floyd. Floyd tries to shake off that solo home run, delivers a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Forrester. Again, Bill Franquez, voice of Alec Box Stadium, just announced lightning detected within the area, not within the vicinity to halt the action, but just giving everybody a heads up. That pitch missed inside at the hams. It's now 2-1 to Forrester.
Got to score 1 to win anyway, right?
Indeed. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got that fastball by him. It's 2-2. 2-2 delivery. Hammered down the line in left off the bat of Forrester. Giving chase is Pearson. Forrester around first as Pearson picks it up on the track. Second double of the game for the Beavers, and with nobody out, they have a runner at second base. with a stand-up double off the bat of Forrester, his 18th double of the year. Second one Oregon State's been able to drive down the left field line. And now we've got home plate umpire Derek Malika coming over to talk with Darren Hyman, the second base umpire, just right at the mound here. And it looks like they're just checking maybe their clocks. I'm not sure. They both pulled out some type of piece of equipment, looked at each other, and now they appear to be satisfied. So with nobody out, a solo home run. And now a double to follow that. Floyd in a little bit of trouble here. 1-0 Oregon State leads. Micah McDowell comes to the plate. He was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Left-handed hitter awaits, shows bunt. Bunts it left of the mound. Nobody picks it up. Tommy White comes over and then lost it in the transfer from glove to throwing hand. Ty Floyd didn't come off the mound. Tommy White seemed like he thought Ty would. And then Tommy came barreling over and couldn't make the play.
Well, Tommy White stayed at home at third base, right? I mean, with the guy at second base, the pitcher's got the bunts to the third base side. Ty Floyd, the throw took him, his pitch took him toward that first base line, but nothing he could do about it there. Just a well-placed bunt. Ty Floyd, Buzzy, he's going to have to win this game right now. You can't, we won't be able to tell if it really does win the game right now, but this is the type of adversity we talked about before the game. He's got to do his best to keep the damage at an all-time minimum here with no outs.
Runners first and third now with nobody out. Guerra, a right-hander, stands in. Floyd fires a fastball and it's sent back foul into the screen, and it's 0-1. So Buzzy, they must have listened to you there. They decided to go with a little bit of that West Coast baseball, and not only do they advance the runner, but they get runners first and third.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of difference. You got the three-hole hitter McDowell. I mean, a guy hitting .356 coming into the game, and that was kind of a quasi bunt. That was not really like a true sacrifice.
Throw over to first to keep an eye on McDowell. He's back safely.
Yeah, I mean, this is the tough part of the lineup for Oregon State. Second time through, they've seen Floyd, and this is always one of the more difficult things from a starting pitcher. Doug, when you got to try to get the hitters out the second and third time.
The 0-1 misses high from Floyd. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not that it's ever easy to get college hitters out, but at first time they haven't seen you yet. You might have your good stuff early, and got to continue that through 2 and 3 times through the lineup.
The 1-1 swing and a miss. That fastball had Guerra swing over the top. It's 1-2.
You said it best, Doug. Minimize the damage. Figure out a way to make sure they don't hang a crooked number. 2 runs would be a win here in this third inning.
You feel like a strikeout here is a must.
The 1-2 and on the hands and fouled back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, now that you got the the 1-2 count, you feel like a strikeout conversion here is an absolute must, and then hopefully maybe a ground ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners first and third. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Runner goes, throw down, and the tag applied. Strike him out, throw him out. As McDowell tagged out at second base on a great throw by Hayden Travinski.
How about that, Doug? We'll take the strikeout and the throw him out. Double play now.
Yeah, that something like that had to happen to get back in the dugout. With you said, Buzzy, I do still think 2 runs would be a ginormous win here. But now, how about that? Ty Floyd got a chance to get in with only 1 run of damage. Leadoff home run, first and third, no outs. That would be a huge win.
He'll have to face Turley, who had a double off of Floyd back in the second inning. First pitch to the right-hander, strike on the outside corner. Breaking ball there for Floyd. It's 0-1.
Little surprised they didn't go for the review there on that play. That was bang down at second. He must have known he was out.
I thought there could have been a little interference at the plate.
The 0-1 misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I know the umpire didn't call it right away. It may have had a situation where it would have been interference anyway. But you're right, Doug. A big spot early in this game. Thought maybe you'd have gone to the review.
The 1-1 missed outside and low. 2-1 now. The count to Turley. Ty Floyd with that strikeout, his 5th on the day. Big play for this Tiger defense.
No doubt.
To Get 2 outs on the board here. Still a runner at third in Forrester. Had the double. Here's the 2-1. Way outside, missed again. 3-1. Gavin Turley, freshman, batting .304. Had a sensational first-year campaign with the Beavers. 11 home runs, 9 doubles, 1 triple. Got a 3-1 count as Floyd fires, and that's a strike at the knees. Turley thought it may be a little low, but he'll stay put in the batter's box. It's now 3-2.
What do you think, Buzzy? I think you got to go with the breaking ball here.
Turley's seen it as good as anybody right now. He was hot on Friday, had a double already today. Yeah, throw it out of the zone, see if you can get him to chase.
2 outs, runner at third. Payoff delivery. Swung on and fouled back as that fastball at 96. Too much of the plate that time?
It was a little up in the zone, but I mean, that was one of his better heaters of the afternoon. Reared back and got a little extra.
So they'll reset. 2 outs, runner at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Turley. Ty Floyd fires. Breaking ball. Missed inside, ball 4. So again, with first base open and a hot hitter at the plate, Floyd decided once to try to challenge him with a fastball. He fouled it off, came back with a breaking ball that missed. Runners first and third, 2 down. And we'll see Micah Kane come to the plate. Kane, a strikeout victim in the second.
Yeah, I don't hate the walk there at all, especially with the breaking ball after you didn't catch him with the fastball. So first and third, but still 2 outs and a chance to get out of here with only 1 run.
Top of the third inning, 1-0 Oregon State with a solo shot to start the inning off Manzana. Showing bunt, pops it up, back into the screen. And it's 0-1.
And that right there, that's what you'll see a lot from, we mentioned about the West Coast style of baseball. You don't see that a lot in SEC with guys in scoring position, 2 outs, and trying to bunt for a base hit. You see guys try to drive the ball in the SEC.
Fastball in the outside corner for a strike, and Floyd gets ahead 0-2 as that one pumped in there at 95.
Had nothing wrong with the velocity from Floyd this afternoon.
95 up to 97. Hayden Travinski going to go out, call first and third defense. Quickly get back behind the plate.
Beavers runners first and third, 2 down. Kane at the plate, Floyd on the bump. Here's the 0-2. In the air to left field. Pearson coming in, now going back, and Pearson has it for out number 3. And Ty Floyd in this Tiger defense able to come away with just minimal damage. Could have been a lot worse. Solo home run gets the Beavers on the board. They lead 1-0. Tigers come to the plate. Travinski, Beloso, and Dugas 4, 5, and 6 when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even
Wait, what do we got here?
Lightning delay. They're putting the tarp out.
Oh, no. All right.
But I'll bring it back. We'll talk for a few minutes, and then we'll go into the rain delay mode.
It takes only 60 seconds and could save
But
your
we'll
life.
go for a little
You
bit
took
here.
the first step. Now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative.
Coming back.
Council.
Action continues on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network. Back with more on the road to Omaha from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bad news from the box after a thrilling effort by LSU to minimize damage there in the top of the third inning. Great job by Ty Floyd. Great job by the Tiger defense to hold it to a 1-0 Oregon State lead. Teams started to come out to the field. The Tigers headed towards the dugout, and the officials told us there is a lightning delay. The tarp is now being pulled onto the playing surface at Skip Bertman Field as lightning detected within 8 miles here of the stadium. That's the NCAA rule, and they have halted action here, which is so bad on so many levels, gentlemen. I mean, it's a 1-0 game. Had a really good contest going. That's number one. It's a battle of number 1 and number 2 seeds in this regional. They haven't played since Friday. Also, Ty Floyd really pitching well, got out of a tough jam there. Oregon State, their starter, although been able to wiggle out of trouble. A.J. Lattery, you just felt like was on the brink of giving some things up to the Tigers, but now all of that certainly up in the air as we're 30 minutes minimum and then prepping the field. So you're looking at about 40 to 45 minutes if there's no more lightning strikes before we get back to action.
Yeah, certainly a bitter taste right now, right? Not only do you potentially lose Ty Floyd, I mean, hopefully he's in there staying stretched out, loosened up. The clock starts, let's call it 3:15. We got 30 minutes, right? Like, he can't delay too many times before he's cooked for the day. It's 71 pitches already. Unfortunately, he's not at 45, 50 because I guess there could be some light at the end of the tunnel to be able to bring him back tomorrow. But today, hopefully, biggest thing we've got to be concerned with is can Ty Floyd go back out there when we resume play? How long will this break be? But I tell you, the other bitter taste that I'm feeling right now is bases juiced not only in the first but the second. Not able to get a run in. And, of course, you look at the scoreboard, and Oregon State leads it 1-0.
Well, and if you look, Bazzana hits the homer. Maybe if you weren't watching or listening to the game, you'd say, oh, the momentum's in Oregon State's dugout. But, no, I think it flipped back to LSU with getting out of that inning. Yeah. Oregon State was making a change. They were taking Lattery out the game. They were bringing in a left-hander. And, you got the feeling that, man, LSU just got out of this big jam when things weren't looking great. And we're on the verge of scoring runs that we've had base runners on all afternoon. Man, the momentum was certainly going to the LSU Tigers. And, of course, got to shut it down. Everybody's got to just get in wait mode and see what happens.
Well, again, yesterday, the first game of the day that started at 2 o'clock, same time we started at 2:06, got to the 7th inning before the lightning delay, but they were unable to ever get that game back underway. Had to come in today to finish that one between Tulane and Sam Houston. Now, certainly we fingers crossed, legs crossed, everything you can cross, eyes included, to make sure that's not what happens here today. But again, it is a different standard for the NCAA. They made the call, and we're all in a holding pattern now, and we'll hopefully be able to get back underway in the next 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, because remember, like when we get back, Tigers are hitting. So even if it is a 30-minute delay, which would be best case scenario, you're looking at Ty Floyd sitting it out for 40, 45 minutes before he actually gets back out there, and that's best case scenario. So can't lose Ty Floyd today. That's our big, keep your fingers crossed for that, because that's first and foremost.
So again, it's a 1-0 Oregon State lead. As Doug mentioned, heartbreak early with bases loaded on 2 occasions in the first and the second. Tigers come away empty-handed when they had the starter A.J. Lattery on the ropes. In fact, they only have 1 hit off of Lattery, even though he has given up 3 passes, hit batters, as well as walks. But the scoreboard says 1-0. Oregon State with the lead. They have 1 run on 5 hits so far. And again, taking a look at Ty Floyd, 3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. But the question now, will he return on the mound when play resumes? So, not much we can do here at the box as the tarp is out on the field as well. Again, haven't seen lightning visibly here, but they tell us within 8 miles. So we'll see which way this storm cell moves. Hopefully moves quickly. Hopefully we get back to action very quickly. We'll send it back to our LSU Sports Radio Network affiliates, fine affiliates across the state of Louisiana and beyond. And once we're told we can get back on the air, get back to play, we will bring you right back here to Skip Bertman Field, Alec Box Stadium. So we are in a lightning delay here in the Baton Rouge Regional. Oregon State leading 1-0. When we resume play, Tigers will come to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. So stay tuned. Follow at LSU Baseball on Twitter, lsusports.net. We'll be back here as soon as we can play ball. 1-0, Oregon State leads. Headed to the bottom of the third, lightning delay here in Baton Rouge. Hopefully we'll be back soon on the LSU Sports Radio Network.